Alright, so this is my 2004 GX355 as it is right now after we've mowing the grass for a little bit. I picked this up. I needed a tractor, I needed a new lawnmower. I didn't want to spend $3 grand on a used one or a new one at the local dollar store, box store type. I wanted something decent. I wanted a decent machine. And this one popped up for sale on Marketplace. I didn't know what a GX355 was. I did say in the ad that it was a diesel. However, I asked the woman if it was a hydrostatic. She said no. They wanted $1,000 for it. I did some research, found out it was a hydrostatic tractor, and the fact that it was an 18, I think it's 18 or 19 horsepower diesel. And it's a pretty stout unit. These were actually built by John Deere. This isn't the Lowe's variety John Deere. This is a John Deere. So I messaged her, said I wanted it. I drove down. The mower deck was off of it. Like I said, it was part of an estate. The hood was completely smashed. Matter of fact, the whole front end, I'll go over in a minute. The grill was busted up. It's still a little busted up. You can see, like, right in there, it's still busted a little bit, but I mean, it's good enough for what it is. The whole lower hood was destroyed. You couldn't even lift the hood off the thing. If you lifted the hood off, it would just kind of come undone. So I contemplated the lower hood from John Deere for this tractor is like $700. But anyway, I showed up, looked it over. The thing wouldn't start. And it wouldn't start because it blew a fuse. And they didn't have a replacement. So I couldn't hear it run. But I drove over an hour to get there with a truck and a trailer. And she said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I don't know what I want to do. I says, I kind of drove a long way to get here because the one idea was I'd just come back another day and they put the fuse in and it would start. And she says, well, how about we take some money off? And I was thinking of offering her $900. And then she says, would you take $8 for it? And I says, you know what? Yeah, I would. I'll take $8. So I started off with an $800 tractor. Put a bit of money into it, which is what this video is going to be about. A little bit of elbow grease into it. And I think I have one of the stoutest mowers that's still a tractor you can get. This tractor originally was $8,000. And we're going to jump right into this. And we're going to go with the intro that I thought I wanted to use. But I just wanted to explain stuff beforehand. This was a little bit of a project, but it was well worth it. Well worth it. This, like I said, $8,500 new in 2005. I don't know what it would be today. But this actually makes me want to mow the grass. And for me, that's saying a lot. Alright, and hope you enjoy the video. Does it look better with the stickers?
Yeah. This thing's faster than our old tractor.
It's faster and more powerful.
Yeah, I would say so.
So if you want to know how to get a $8,500 tractor for about $1,500,
Hey look, it's our old tractor.
you can watch the rest of this video.
And all the way down there is our old tractor.
Yep, this is definitely an upgrade. Well, honestly, I'm filming this a little out of order. I plan on starting to film tomorrow, but I got this tractor, and one of the things these John Deere's, the old 325, 425 series have is adjustable riding seats. And what I noticed is, when I got this tractor, the seat did not adjust. Pull out this lever. That sucker is, it moves just a little bit, but it doesn't move like you'd want it to. So I took the seat off. It was 3, 4, 12, yeah, 12 millimeter bolt. And I got over a little persuader action. And I finally got this one sliding. See that? I know that sounds like crap. There's a lot of crap in there. But I was just going for a proof of concept. Now I'm going to clean it up. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Probably do the formal introduction to this project tomorrow. Out of order. Sorry. Alright, so one of the other big issues is the hood on this thing. I mean, it is completely smashed. All the little bits and pieces are falling off. Matter of fact, there was green plastic on the trailer when I brought it home. But this is a GX355. The part number for it is a 132685 for the hood. But the part number for a 325 and 345 for the lower hood is a 132595. Looking online, looking over all the pictures, I could not see the difference between this hood and, well, at least the hood I have, and a 345, which leads me to two conclusions. Number one, this isn't the original hood anyway. I mean, this is not a restoration. This is a get it presentable and use it type of a project. Number two is the difference could be the insulation, and it might come with this, which this is just bolted on. Matter of fact, you look underneath, you can see the two bolt heads. I could transfer that over. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this package now and lay them side by side and see if I can find the difference. If I can't find the difference, I'm going to bolt everything back up, put this on to that. See if she fits. Okay, let's take a look. I'll be gosh danged honest with you. Looking them over. The only differences that I can see right here. Let's see how it's formed here, but it's not cut out. On this hood, it's knocked out. And on this side here, where it's knocked out, you can see here it's still formed. But I mean, honestly, they're a picture almost exact. Almost exact. The only other thing I can see is the insulation on the inside, which I understood. I'll see if I can transfer that over, even though it's kind of ratty and batty. Let me get out my little body saw. We'll zip that off and transfer some of this crap over. All right. One of the other things that was wrong was this grill was busted up, mostly on the inside. But if you look closely, I just used some epoxy and glued all the pieces back on. So hopefully they fit pretty good. Test fit. So what I didn't notice is you see here, this here molding. Yeah, it's different here. But like I said, it looks like it's already pre-molded in for the cut line. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back off and just go ahead and buzz all those pieces out. It also looks like I'm going to have to re-bend that up a little bit because it keeps catching. And it makes me wonder if something's not on wrong. But we'll cross that bridge here in a minute. But yeah, it definitely looks like it'll work. Let's go ahead and buzz this thing apart. You have no idea. Now I'll play with this thing for a moment. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to put the top hood on now. Tough to see, but there's a bolt there and a bolt there, and the same on this side, and there's little alignment pins that stick them in. So you want to get all your bolts started, and then we'll tighten the upper hood down. And I also figured out that the headlight plugs are missing the grommet washer. Like they're there, they're in, but they're not. Like the inside of those headlights were so dirty when I got them. I actually took them apart and cleaned them. I couldn't figure out how you got that much dirt in there. Now I know. They didn't put the washers back on. But we'll tighten these bolts down, and then we'll take a look at how pretty this thing is. Wow, let's see how it looks. Yeah, now technically there's a front bumper it's supposed to go on there. like a bumper cover. But I don't think I'm gonna worry about that for a while, because quite honestly, I don't even know if this thing cuts grass. But that improved my feelings about this tractor like 750%. Like, that is sexy. I don't care who you are, that is sexy. I just want to see headlights. Oh yeah. I cleaned that all up in there. That's so nice. That is so much better. So let's see what the postman brought. So what we got is, we got our seat cover. It is a non-John Deere, because the real one's like $1 million. This one was like $30. We got our non-official John Deere bumper cover. I bought it because the non-John Deere one was like 40 bucks, and why not? Along with the screws to put them in, because I think I'm missing one. And of course, I got our reflector to replace our broken one, and our John Deere call-outs, because let's face it, you want all your neighbors to know you're running a brand name, box store tractor. The big important thing we got is this guy right here, because on my mower, that came broke. Basically, here's the half of it, and you can see even if it wasn't, the bushings wore out anyway. So we bought an entire new one of those things, these things. We're going to put that on, and we're also going to address this crack. This deck's been welded on a bunch of times. I'll probably need a new deck eventually anyway. But right now I'm going to take it out, give it a good hose off. And we're also going to have to address this guy. This is the other half of that bracket, idler pulley, and this is where that spring that's right there attaches to right here. And as you can see, it's pretty well worn. What I'm probably going to do is just fill that and grind that up a little bit, fill that in with some welds, and we'll go from there. But right now, let's move this out, see if I can get her hose it off and washed it up. So I just noticed when I went to wheel this over, this sucker's bent. And it's not only bent, but it's like twisted around. This is one of the wheel blocks. Oh, sorry, wheel blocks. I took the wheel and the stud off, which, by the way, remind me to grease everything, because there's no grease in this. But yeah, you can see how it's kind of kicked. We're going to try to kick it back real quick. So from the top side, it looks like it's all cracked, and honestly, I would have welded that up, but it looks like somebody did just from the bottom side. Maybe not so well. This deck has definitely seen some heavy use, but she should still function. I did give this thing a hose off too, just because, why not? I already had the pressure washer out, but looks like everything for it should go together fairly easily too. Wait for this guy to dry and get some stickers, but right now, let's get back to working on it. Well, I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it might be good enough for who it's for. Still got a little whoop-dee right in here, but it's definitely a lot better than what it was and not as twisted. So, onward. Like I said, you can buy them, but you know, why buy them if you can fix it a little bit? Let's get the welder out. Alright, so now that I ground it down, you can better see the groove. Oops, better see the groove that spring left. So all I gotta do is fill it back into here, and what actually welding will do will make that part harder, so it doesn't wear through quite as easily again. A little better. I'm gonna start naming this tractor a little bent because that was a little bent too, but yeah, not too bad. Not too bad for what it is. We'll eventually get another one or something. Well, right now my battery's about to die, so it's a good time to end this shot. Alright, let's slap this puppy together. Yep. Ta-da! That was way more difficult than I thought. Now I gotta put a... That's all there is to it. Alright, so another thing I figured out is the wheels on this deck are kaput. They are shot. So we might get a new set of them. But I did actually go through and grease everything, grease all my pulleys. Now, if I am thinking right, this sucker should just slide right under there. You drop the mower, adjust the mower deck down to pick up those pins, and put the front pin in the front clip here, and we should be off the mowing. And of course that doesn't work. can't say I ever had my other deck off either. Oh. Alright. So you can see, oops, the mower deck and the front just hooks in that crossbar. And then in the back here, you got this bracket that drops down in line with this hole. And then you put the spring pin up and through. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's going to be loud, so I'm probably not going to worry about recording it. Then we got to figure out how to get the belt on, because I have no idea. No idea. Alright. Well, I gotta tell you, they definitely made getting that center belt on easy. I didn't even film it because all I did was basically hook it around the front pulley. And if you take, oh, I zoomed in so much. Anyway, you take this bar out right here. Then if you watch that back pulley, as I move this bar, it moves, slackens that pulley. The only thing I might do is actually put a little zip tie on it, because I think it's supposed to stand up and be locked in, but either something's missing or this needs tightened. Might try to tighten that a little bit, but or something, but it seems loose, like it could fall back out. If it falls out, it doesn't actually do anything. It just, because you're not taking any pressure off, but I'd feel a little bit better with the zip tie there, just to hold it. But yeah, we're ready to, I think, demo drive this. Ooh, yeah. Someday it'll be all his. Grass ain't really ready to be cut anyway, but it works. So what do you think of the new Tractomum?
It's fun.
It's fun? I'm glad you find it fun, because pretty soon it's going to be your only purpose in life is to be cutting grass.
Sure.
Yeah, but what do you say we go ahead? I got a bumper for it, the bumper cover. I got the sticker kit for it.
Beach.
Well, that's the cleanup for the stickers, and then I got us the reflector that's broke on the back too. I should have got both reflectors, because now I'm going to run really good reflector and one that's kind of crappy.
Mosquito.
But at least none of them will be broken. What do you think?
Good.
We got to pull that ball hitch off
Hey,
too.
Dad, there's a mosquito on your shirt.
So, okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
And you're going to be no help. Got it. Oh, and the seat cover. Alright. So I wouldn't ever call this a restoration. Get that out of your head already. This is a return to good enough to impress me. 3/4 of an inch up. Don't know if that's right or not, but I kind of like it. These tape lines just mark the edges of the hood. 3/4 or these whatever things. 3/4 of an inch in, 3/4 of an inch in. They're not perfect. I'll have to peel them off before I start. One of the other things I need is something to squeegee out all the. Let's see how it goes, and if I hate it, well, I don't have to live with it. And everything's already gone to hell. Okay, well, let's just do this. Not shabba. I like it. We're gonna do about the exact same thing on the other side. A little piece of dirt underneath there. But other than that, I think if you went to the dealership, it would maybe that jacked up. And yeah, I'm gonna put my 355s on here in the bumper. Okay. All right, learn from the past. Which is the only way we learn mistakes. This one I've scored right here. I even pulled it up just a little bit. We're going to do almost the exact same thing. I would say that that is pretty good. Let's see if this new magic trick works. Most. Dang it. What are you doing, Mike? So what's happened is the paper tore as I was taking it off the backside up here. And now I gotta figure out what to do about it. This might solve my problem. Maybe. Alright, let's just do this. This is not for the faint of heart. Ugh. I mentioned that I am not a professional. Gotta keep reminding myself, Barry, this does not have to be perfect. This does not have to be perfect. This does not have to be perfect. It is a lawn mower. Lawnmower. 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 Still a lawnmower. Well, I'd say that one went better. I wouldn't call it easy. But let's get our 355s on, shall we? So what I noticed about these is they're not mirrors. They're actually, you know, one's going to be this way, and the other side it's going to be the other way. So one's going to have the 5 at the front, and the other one's going to have, well, GX at the front, but I have to take you to the other side to show you what I mean. But, so basically all I'm going to do is kind of go off this body line, and 3/4 inch tape keep me back from the front of the grill just a little bit. Also, what I noticed is kind of neat is these are like subdued. They're not as bright as the John Deere ones. Don't know why. But, well, Barry, all your life you've been ready, prepared as a child to put stickers on things. GX355 diesel. Like I said, I could go and research where they're all supposed to go, but honestly, unless it's a restoration, who cares? I'm really tickled with it. Took the ball hitch off, replaced the broken reflector, put my seat cover on, put my stickers on, and I know I just checked. This one's still on its way, but I'm not gonna wait. The bumper, that sucked. I mean, now that it's on there, I'm glad I did it, but if I had it to do over again, I may not have done that. But it definitely cleaned up the front end of the tractor. Let's get it out in the light and take a look. I'd say that's sexy. I've never been excited about a lawnmower before in my life, mostly because I hate cutting grass. But that is a sexy machine. All told, I'm into it. I'd say on the high end about $1,400. The tractor itself was $800. I put a fuse in it, which didn't cost me anything because Clampy always has fuses. Honestly, anytime I go to the junkyard, I grab all fuses. The hood was $270. Bumper was $30. Stickers were like another $70. But we're done. Woohoo!